My name is Sam Keller. I work at Seattle Public Utilities, and this is Raindrop Run, which is our installation helping the public understand how we slow down stormwater, so rain and snow, in our very urban environments full of lots of pavement and things that water moves really fast off of, and we talk about how to slow that down. And to talk about that, people build marble runs, and the goal is to make the slowest marble run possible.
This might be a silly question, but why is it important to slow down stormwater?
Yeah, it's important to slow down stormwater because when we do that, we have an opportunity for water to be cleaned naturally or through processes that we actually put in place to clean stormwater. It also prevents flooding. So lots of times flooding is just caused by too much water too fast. And so when we can slow down stormwater, flooding is less likely to happen.
And I know this year's theme is what if, so how does this installation kind of respond to that question?
Sure. So what if was such a great theme for us because we are in the middle of planning for 50 years in the future. So we're talking about 2075 right now, and our question is, what if we managed stormwater well? What if we did that? What would our community look like? And how would we have less flooding? And how would we be more responsive and act more like nature? And this is part of thinking about solutions that do that in the future.
And what are some of the challenges that you guys have been coming up against for the 50 years?
Yeah, so challenges, we have an older drainage and wastewater system. Our system was built about 100 years ago, so while we've been replacing parts of it, it's also old. It also was built 100 years ago, which means Seattle was slightly smaller then, as we all know, and climate change wasn't a thing. And so now we're contending with all these challenges, trying to figure out not only how to replace a system that's aging, but also enhance a system where the population is growing and climate change is really affecting how much and how heavily it rains.
And you told me a little bit about this, but can you talk a little bit about how these marble runs work?
Yeah, so the marble runs are made up of all these different types of tools, and what we have folks do is place the tools in the marble run so that they can try to slow the marble down as much as possible. And the pieces are actually designed to slow them down and look like the tool that we're talking about. So when we talk about a rain cistern, there's actually a little house with a cistern next to it, and the marble goes into the cistern and kind of pauses there and then moves on, which is essentially what you do when you fill a cistern with stormwater. Is it's waiting there until you use it to water your garden or anything like that, until you actually use or release the water. It acts as a holding tank. And so that's what it does in the marble run. And so kids and adults alike have been building marble runs and trying to make them as slow as possible.